Why? I don't have my headphones set up. Of course I don't. Why would I? Turns I probably have to restart the game. Just gonna do it just in case. It's fine. Well, my random week hiatus is over. I went on my brother's fall break trip and then went straight into my work's biggest weekend of the year. I am still recovering from. Probably should not have picked a game today that requires so much talking, but we're gonna go with it. It'll be fine. It'll be fine. Everything is fine. Everything is so fine. Owl's also going crazy today too, so that'll be fun. That'll be lots of fun. Alright, wheel. Make sure this, okay, that's even. Alright, cool. Wait, what is that? Oh, that was weird. Oh, it's just me. Never mind. Ha, I thought something was getting covered, but it is not. Alright, December 27th. We are investigating more. I'll be honest, I know where we are in the story. I don't exactly remember everything that happened last time because it's been like 2 weeks. Chris, what did you do? What did you do? Oh no. Okay, now wait. You got a credit card. You got a bunch of books to pay them off. You didn't use the credit card on a new computer? Why didn't you use the credit card on a new computer? You could be slowly paying off a new computer, Chris. I mean, I'm not gonna knock you for buying a bunch of books because I used to spend all of my spare allowance money in middle school and high school on books. I mean, yeah, but Chris, a computer. gonna keep going in a second. Well, I haven't really started anything, but... Okay. What was Mr. Edgeworth talking about? A memory of a crime that I committed. A memory of murder. Okay, yes, 300 is cheaper than 2,000. But if it's on your credit card, I'm just saying. Thank you, Paul. How dare I Phoenix Wright when you are working? This has already been discussed and voted on, and you also voted on this. So, I'm gonna finish case 4, and then we will schedule case 5 for when we can all do voices. Right? How dare you be at work? It's the weekend, you know? But thank you for another sub, Paul. I appreciate you. And happy early birthday. As I will see you tomorrow. Do you really think Mr. Edgeworth killed? It's my weekend, so it is the weekend. On this stream, it is the weekend. I don't believe it. Not Edgeworth. Some painful memory has been troubling him recently. But he'd never take someone's life. Never. Nick. Yo, how's everyone doing? 2 weeks for the books? Oh, that's such a long time. What do you think of my performance today? I had him swooning in the aisles, huh, Maya? Swooning? Owl's yelling. It's fine. Oh yes, I do remember feeling faint.
Owl. Hi. Hello. What's up, kitty cat? Hi. Well, come on. Come on.
You don't want to say hi? Why did you stop? Okay. He got like right up to the edge of the desk and then just like stopped and then backed up.
Hi.
Okay. Now we're staring. That's fine. Oh, the store didn't have him. Okay, I mean, I guess, yeah, that makes sense. Owl. Where did you get the books from? It was like love at first sight, right? What the hell? Right, Nick? Aw, me. Well, maybe my heart skipped a beat or two. I think you can do better than that. Come on, I saved Edgeworth in there, dude. Edgy. You guys should be bowing before me. Yeah, bow before your hero. Goodness. Larry, you really helped out in the trial today. You did. If you weren't there, Larry, I'm sure Mr. Edgeworth would have been found guilty. The bookstore bar mall, they have a loyalty system. Okay, I didn't know if it was a chain, like Barnes & Noble or anything. I can use those points on discounts from my books. Nice, nice, nice. Seriously, Nick, that boat shop caretaker guy is pretty suspicious. But Edgy ain't off the hook yet. Way to spoil the mood, Larry. Hey, I'm just a guy sitting in the audience, you know? I figured it's like Barnes & Noble. Which I don't mind Barnes & Noble, but I was a Borders kid. I miss Borders so much. They had the best hot chocolate of any bookstore I've ever been to. Hashtag team borders. From where I was sitting, Edgy seemed pretty edgy. I mean, can you really know he's telling the truth about that night? Nick? I don't know. But what I do know is, I'm gonna believe in you two until the end. Aw. Us two. Edgeworth and who else? You mean me, right? Nah, he means me. Right, Nick? Yeah, you, Larry. Not me? But why you, Larry? Huh? Oh, actually, yeah. Why me, Nick? Enough with the silent treatment. Silent me. Nick, why do you trust Mr. Edgeworth so much? Yo! Do it, do it, do it. Oh my god, Chris, do it. Do it, do it, do it. Actually, I need to... I've only ever read the first book, so I need to get back on reading them all. Actually... you want some of my books? I'll mail them to you. I need to get rid of a bunch of books. I'm not. There are some books that I have bought at Target and I have never read them, and they have been sitting for like 10 plus years. Oh, one of them is definitely 10 plus years. Maybe 5 for the other ones. I mean, he's changed recently, true. International shipping, I know. And honestly, I'm kidding, because a lot of them are like kind of girly teen romance gross things. I'm not obsessed with those anymore, so I should just get rid of them. When we first met him, he was kind of a jerk, don't you think? You didn't know him back then. Back when he wanted to become a defense attorney. Oh, back when he was a kid? Imagine romance. Wait, was that when you two were classmates? Yes, in grade school. They saved me. Miles and Larry, they saved me and I'll never forget it. That's why I became a defense attorney, you know? What? Hey Larry, what's he talking about? Huh? Sorry, I kind of forgot. Okay, Nick, out with it. I'm gonna hear this story today and that's final. Okay. See, and that, like, The Fault in Our Stars, I really enjoy, and it is like a young adult romance ebook, but I don't put that in that. The ones I'm talking about are like, oh, I can see some of them. Like, there's a book that's about this thick, and it has like 4 short stories of like all centered around the same like fireworks festival in the summer, and it's like 4 different breaking up together, rekindling, like super sugary sweet things. Because I'll see them at Target and they'll have really cool covers, and that is my downfall. I buy books with really cool covers. I do not have To All the Boys I Loved Before, and I have not read To All the Boys I've Loved Before. I've been thinking about it though, just because I watched the Netflix. But yeah, I have too many books, and I'm not reading them, so I'm either gonna give them to friends or donate them somewhere. That's kind of a long story, so hang in there. It was the very end of 3rd grade. I was on trial. A class trial. A class trial? You remember, Larry? Spring, end of 3rd grade? A kid in our class got his lunch money stolen. Lunch money? Our school was really small. Every month, kids would bring in an envelope with money for lunch from home. I see. Anyway, this kid's envelope disappeared, with 38 still inside. Oh. Yeah, now that you mention it, I do remember that. I can see why you'd forget, though. You were out of school that day. Anyway, the envelope had been stolen during PE class. I was coming down with a cold, so I'd skipped PE that day. I was the only one not in class. So they thought you did it? Yeah. The kids in class said I should be put on trial. Trial? So the next day we held a classroom trial with me as the defendant. This is so weird. I didn't do it. Guilty, he did it. Guilty, it was you, thief. Give the money back. You're such a meanie. No one play with him. Just admit you did it. You can't hide the truth. Tell us the truth. I can't keep up. He did it! Now, Phoenix, you know you shouldn't steal people's money. It's not right. In the end, even the teacher thought I'd done it. Go over and apologize, Phoenix. I didn't know what was happening. I was so sad. I couldn't stop crying. Everyone was staring at me like I'd done it. I tried to apologize. I went to where the boy whose money had been stolen was sitting. That's when it happened. Objection. He shouldn't have to apologize. The only thing that belongs in a trial is evidence. Anything else has no place. You should all be ashamed. Amateurs. Miles? Look at baby Edgy. Oh my goodness, he's so cute. It's not right. I don't think there are enough puns making fun of Phoenix's last name. EdgeyBoi! It wasn't you who stole my money, was it? No. Then you shouldn't apologize. Everyone's been shouting you did it, but no one has any proof. That is why, Your Honor, this boy is innocent. Miles, it was your money that was stolen. Yeah, he did it. He's the one. We don't need proof. Make him say he's sorry. Chris, why are you crying? What's wrong? Why don't you all just shut up? Why does Larry look like he doesn't have any clothes on? Someone explain that to me, please. Wow. I know. I saw that. I thought about putting something in the Discord, but I didn't want to upset anybody, so I didn't. I saw that yesterday at work. I know. That's sad days. Feels bad, man. This is always how it is. Everybody ganging up and picking on one person. Just think how he feels. He said he didn't do it, so he didn't do it. Very well. I will replace the money myself. This class trial is over. That's how it happened. After that, the three of us were the best of friends. Wow, I had no idea. I had no idea either. I mean, I forgot. That's when I learned what it meant to be alone. What, baby? What? Oh, what's the matter? What? Oh my god. Hi. What are you doing? Do I need to come save you? Oh my goodness. Owl's such a goober. Such a goober. I want... Thank you. Totally alone without a friend in the world.
Hi.
You did a good thing, Larry. Yeah, well, I was just lucky that I took the day off from school. If I'd been there, they would have thought I'd done it. So I took it kind of personally, see? You're another mod? When something smells, it's usually the butts. Anyway, Edgeworth and I talked after that class trial. That's when I heard his father was a defense attorney. I remember his eyes would shine when he talked about his father. I'm gonna become a defense attorney, just like my father. A famous defense attorney. He's so cute. And their Discord too? Damn! How many channels are you modding for now? What the? Well, damn. I mean, if you mention you have experience, I would give you a shot, so. Which you did. And then I asked you if you would. Then, a few months later, he suddenly transferred to another school. DL6 incident. Right. I'm not sure, but the transfer probably had to do with his father's death. That's so sad. It was several years later when I heard Edgeworth's name again. There was an article about him in the newspaper. The headline was something like, "Dark Suspicions of a Demon Attorney." Fabricating evidence, manipulating testimonies, covering up facts. The article said he'd do anything to get a guilty verdict. Anything. But why? What happens? I mean, that's not the Edgy I used to know at all. You're a mod for 12? Chris, that is so many. That's what I thought too. I tried to get in touch with him, I don't know how many times. The rest really stream. I mean, yeah, that's fair. He never replied. I guess he didn't want to see his old friends. I couldn't just drop it though. I wanted to meet him, to learn why he had become who he became. And then 3 Discords. That's when I decided. Wait, you don't mean... That's why? That's why you became a defense attorney? To meet Edgeworth? If I was a defense attorney, I knew he'd have to meet me whether he wanted to or not. In court. I might be able to do that. Might have to come out of the swear jar fund though. Edgeworth believed in me, and I believe in him. He's in pain, and no one's on his side. I'm the only one who knows the real Edgeworth. Besides, I could put it on my CV. You're what?
Oh, where'd you go?
He just went somewhere. Because it counts as a form of administration. Right, what's a CV? No, I don't recognize it as, like, abbreviated. I'm the only one who... Oh, can help me. I already said that. Wow, Nick. Is that why you helped me out for free? Yes. I helped you because I believed in you. Except I don't remember saying I'd do it for free. You mean a resume? I bet we call it something different here in the States. Okay, then yeah. Yeah, I know what you're talking about. We have to save Mr. Edgeworth if it's the last thing we do, okay? Right. Very well, maybe. First, there's that rental boat shop caretaker. We need to find out who or what he is. Oh, that's cool. I'd settle for who. I guess I can clean out some of this evidence I no longer need. Okay, let's go. Oh. Backspace. Oh, it's still raining so hard outside. I mean, depending on where you go, I'm sure it would be recognized. Oh, EdgeyBoi. You look as grim as always. Mr. Edgeworth, I heard the story about the class trial. Class trial? What do you mean? You don't remember? No, I don't. Your lunch money was stolen, wasn't it? In 3rd grade? Lunch money. Oh, right. Yes, I seem to remember something like that. Nick, I think you're the only one who really remembers. Well, it probably only really mattered to me anyway. Mr. Edgeworth, didn't you know? That trial was the reason Nick became a defense attorney. Ridiculous. Gee, thanks. That said, it does sound like the kind of thing you do. You haven't changed a bit, have you, right? So simple. To a fault, even. Well, maybe, yeah, but I think you changed too much, Edgeworth. Perhaps. Hey, Edgeworth. Why did you become a prosecutor anyway? You used to look up to your dad. You said he wanted to be a defense attorney, right? I couldn't let myself deny reality like you. What do you mean? My father was taken from me, and you want me to defend criminals? I'm sorry, right, but I'm not that good of a person. One suspect was apprehended in your father's murder, right? Yes, the man trapped in the elevator with my father. His name was Yanni Yogi. Or Yanni Yogi. Yanni. He had to be the shooter, any way you look at it. Yet, he was found innocent. That defense attorney got him off the hook. That would be Robert Hammond. On that day, 15 years ago, the 3 of us were trapped in that elevator for 5 hours. When we were rescued, we all suffered oxygen deprivation. I had lost all memory of the murder. Lost your memory? Even now, I can't recall what happened in that elevator. That was the crux of Yogi's attorney's argument in court. He claimed Yanni Yogi had been not sound in mind due to the oxygen deprivation. Yogi was released due to a lack of evidence. Innocent. That's when I changed my mind. I started to hate defense attorneys. What's your relationship with Von Karma? He's my teacher, and a man who deserves respect. I learned everything I know of courtroom techniques from him. So he's like my sister was to you, Nick. He is a perfectionist in all things. In court, in his personal life, he is obsessed with doing everything perfectly. Perfectly, huh? In all the cases he has taken on, none were left unsolved, and not one suspect was declared innocent. Ever. But that's... I know. It's possible some of the suspects were indeed innocent. However, it is impossible for us to accurately determine that in every case. All Von Karma does is his job, to find the suspect guilty. Perfectly. In any case, it's nigh well impossible to find a weakness in him. Should a weakness appear, he would do everything in his power to make it go away. Edgeworth, if what you're saying is true, you're headed for a guilty sentence tomorrow. He's right. Now's no time to praise the enemy, Mr. Edgeworth. It's a strange situation in which I find myself, I'll admit. I'm kidding. Okay. Hey, pal. Long time no see. Oh, Detective Gumshoe. Closed one today. Or close one today. I got so worked up I snapped my tie in half. Sorry about that. No problem, pal. Thanks to you, we now know who really did it. You mean the boat shop caretaker? Look, I'll make you a promise. I'll have that scoundrel in my custody by trial time tomorrow. Come what may. Oh. What may. Moulin Rouge references. It's my duty to do as a police officer. Now I'm off to catch me a criminal. Detective Gumshoe sure is active today. I know. I almost mentioned it earlier and then I was like, well, I'll wait for Chris and Nock to get here. So this is what happened. When I said I was going to be able to get rid of it, and I thought it was recycling week, it wasn't. So I thought it would be recycling week while I was on my little mini vacation. And for whatever reason, we haven't gotten recycling taken in a month. So I think they finally came today. So I think this box can finally go away today. I think. Yeah, and like even if I cut it down and like shredded it into tiny chunks, like my recycling bin was full. Like it was probably overflowing with old boxes and plastic containers and stuff from cleaning out this room. So I mean it's a big box. It's a 40 it was a 43-inch TV. It's a big box. So it's not my fault that they weren't taking my recycling bin. One other thing. Eek. Imagine recycling. No one can go into the woods today. The woods? Where Lotta was camping? The woods are off limits to camping, and apparently the park ranger found out. He got pretty mad. No one can go in for a while. I guess Lotta's in a lot of trouble. But anyway, I'll be seeing you tomorrow. Okay. So we can go to the beach. Is Larry here? Huh? The steel eyesore is missing. But eyesore. Looks like the hot dog stand is closed too. I guess Larry's too busy worrying about Mr. Edgeworth to show up for work. What does it say? Okay, that's nothing. So we can only go back to the shop. We can't go back to Lotta's area. That old caretaker got away. Yep. I never imagined he might be the real murderer. I'd know that clearing of the throat anyway. Oh! Crossberg is here. Okay. What might you be doing here? Out for a walk? Ah, the days of my youth. Like the scent of fresh lemon, you see. Mr. Grossberg! This is no time for idle reminiscing. Mr. Edgeworth's trial ends tomorrow. That is true, yes. But from what I saw of today's trial, Edgeworth should be fine, right? Well, I'm not so sure about that. What do you mean by that? Well, I'm not sure. If you find anything out, come by my office at once. I may be able to offer you some assistance. Thanks. What do you think Mr. Grossberg was doing here anyway? Who knows? Can I go? I can go in. Polly! Oh, Owl's playing with trash, of course. Nobody's home. Hello, hello. Hey, it's Polly. I wonder where your owner's gone, Polly. Hello, hello. I can't believe he'd run off and leave his poor parrot to fend for herself. Hello, hello. Oh, wait. Maybe I should take care of Polly, Nick. You probably shouldn't just kidnap her. The police know about her anyway. I'm sure they'll do something. Well, okay. Sorry, Polly. He says I can't take you. Great, now the bird's going to hate me. Is anything else the same? Everything's cold. What? What's wrong? Oh, never mind. Tell me. Oh, God. Fishing pole. That fishing pole looks expensive. Maybe we should bring it to Detective Gumshoe. Don't you think the caretaker would mind? We can just leave him the metal detector in exchange. Well, it's not. What is this? Reminds me, Nick. Polly here knows the number to the safe, right? That's right. Polly, what's the number to the safe? 122. December 28th? The only thing in here is a letter. A letter. There's no name or signature on this thing. It's handwritten in very precise, clear letters. Get your revenge on Miles Edgeworth. The fuck? What? Why would Mr. Edgeworth's name be on here? How should I know? I'm gonna read the whole thing. Get your revenge on Miles Edgeworth. It also says, this is your last chance. Now is the time to get revenge on the two men who ruined your life. The rest of the letter goes on to describe the murder plot in detail. How to kill Robert Hammond and frame Edgeworth. Calling Edgeworth out to the lake, getting on the boat, firing twice. This is exactly what I figured out today in court. It's all here, in perfect detail. Uh-oh. What do you think it means, Nick? I don't know, but it looks like these are instructions for that caretaker. When he killed Robert Hammond and called out Edgeworth, he was following instructions. But who could have written that letter? And what does it mean to get revenge on Miles Edgeworth? Look, I don't know, okay? But one thing's for certain. This letter is an amazing clue. He lost in a hurry, right? I don't think he even came back here after the trial. Go and double check the posters. Okay, that's everything. So now we need to go to Grossberg's. I guess guess we can go here too and then go to Grossberg. Chris, what have you done? What have you done, Chris? Looks like Detective Gumshoe hasn't gotten back yet. Gumshoe? He won't be coming back today. Oh, really? Chris! He said there was some guy he had to arrest by tomorrow. The boat shop caretaker. He shouted something about catching him if it's the last thing I do, pal. You just... I used to use Goodreads a lot for like my wish list of books, and then I lost my password, and I don't even want to begin to imagine the amount of books that I had on my wish list that I was determined to buy. Interesting, we can only get there from here. Ah, Goodreads, yep. He's out again. When does he work anyway? Don't be harsh. But we just saw him. One day left, Nick. Yeah, I know. Well, no time to waste. Let's get going. Okay. So, what do I do with this thing now? Edgeworth, see this letter? This came out of the safe in the shack where that boat rental caretaker lives. You see? Revenge on me? Who is that old guy anyway? I don't know. Could he be an innocent defendant who got declared guilty or something? Nice, right? But I don't remember that old man. Not at all. So he was following this letter then? Which means there was someone else behind it. Two men, meaning myself and Robert Hammond. It also says, this is your last chance. Last chance. Wait, maybe he's talking about the statute of limitations on the DL6 incident. Wait, that old man. What is it? Do you know who he is? Yogi. Could he be Yogi? Yogi? Yogi Bear? The suspect in the DL6 incident. The one who was found innocent. Yanni Yogi was a court bailiff at the time. We just happened to be in that elevator together 15 years ago. Eek. The quake was incredibly strong. Before I knew it, everything was dark. We were there for so long it felt like forever. The air thinned, and the darkness closed in on us on that little box. We became unsettled. Help! I can't breathe. Quiet. I said quiet. You're not making this any easier. I want to get out. Help! Get us out. Don't shout. You'll just use up more oxygen. That's all I remember. When I came to, I was in a hospital bed staring up at the ceiling. In court, Yanni Yogi's mental condition was called into question. They claimed the oxygen deprivation and stress had caused temporary insanity. In the end, the claim passed the court, and Yogi was found innocent. But isn't that strange? This letter tells him to get revenge on Edgeworth. Why would he want to take revenge on you? Right? Yeah? There's something that's been troubling me these last few days. I didn't know whether or not I should tell you. You mean the nightmare? It's a nightmare I've had. A memory of a crime that I committed. A memory of a murder. I think the time has come to tell all. Okay? For the last 15 years, I've had the same dream almost every night. wake up in a fearful sweat every time. Oh, Edgy. EdgeyBoi. What kind of dream? It's a dream about my father's killing in the dark. Help! I can't breathe. Guys, we just read this. I can't breathe. You're using up my air. What? Stop breathing my air. I'll stop you. What? What are you? Stop breathing my air. Oh, Father. He's attacking Father. Then I see the pistol lying by my feet. I don't know if it was evidence from that day in court or the bailiffs. In a daze, I pick up the pistol. Get away. Get away from my father. Oh. And with that scream, I wake. It's a bone-chilling scream. A scream that has rung in my ears for the past 15 years. Oh. But that's just a dream, right? That thought is the only thing that has kept me sane for the last 15 years. But what if I'm wrong? What if it's real? They say that sometimes people shut out memories in self-defense. Maybe it was I who killed my father. What? If you think about it that way, this letter makes sense. Get your revenge on Miles Edgeworth. Think about it. Yogi was really innocent. That's why he wanted revenge against me. Wait, Edgeworth. You mean it was me? I was the true criminal of DL6. I shot my father. This is bad. What are we gonna do? What can we do? I don't know. I don't think there is anything we can do. Like it or not. If there's someone else who knows a lot about the DL6 incident, maybe. There is! Grosberg! There is someone else who knows about DL6. So let's go! There we go. Mr. Grosberg! Hello there. What's wrong? You look troubled. No kidding. I can't believe you're not. My. Just calm down and tell me what's happened. It's Mr. Edgeworth. He... Sad days. I see. So Edgeworth dreamt he shot his own father. It's only a dream. Only a dream. I wonder. If that's the case, then why do you two look so troubled? Well, also consider this. Yogi quite certainly holds a deep grudge against Miles Edgeworth. So deep, he'd want to frame him for murder. This leads me to surmise that Mr. Edgeworth's dream was not a dream. It was real, as you imagined. Miles Edgeworth threw the pistol to save his father. The pistol fired, and the deed was done. No, I don't believe it. Yogi was suspected of murder, and his career as a bailiff was irrevocably wrecked. Thus, he sought revenge on Miles Edgeworth. This was his last chance, of course, with the statute of limitations so close. What do you know about Edgeworth's father? He was a defense attorney without peer. It sounds trite, but it's true. Well, you may have had one peer now that I think about it. Your mentor, Mia Fey. My sister? Gregory Edgeworth was very disapproving of Mr. Von Karma's techniques. That's no surprise. Von Karma is an extreme man. Forged testimonies and evidence are nothing to him. The result? He has a perfect win record in court. To beat him, Gregory Edgeworth tried to call attention to his methods. And he lost. And died in despair, as it were. When Gregory Edgeworth was killed, the police called on a spirit medium. That was your mother, Misty Fay. I am Gregory Edgeworth. I have been killed. The one who shot me was the bailiff, Yanni Yogi. Yet Yogi was found innocent. That's when my mother left us. Everyone called her a fraud. That's right. Everyone thought she was easy. Yet, now that I think about it, it seems the one who lied was Gregory Edgeworth's ghost. Gregory Edgeworth must have known who shot him. I don't believe it. So you're saying he falsified his testimony? That Edgeworth's dad lied to protect his son? It's only a possibility, mind you. But a possibility nonetheless. Can I present him with this letter? So this is the letter? It does seem that Yogi was following this letter when he killed Hammond. But why kill Robert Hammond? Hammond was a skilled defense attorney. But he defended clients not for their sake, but for his own. His own sake. He never trusted his clients, that one. The only thing he trusted was his own ability. But he got his client found innocent, so why should it matter? Actually, my dear, it's quite different. He won that innocent verdict for no one but himself. Yogi was a free man, but socially he was ruined. You'll understand soon enough. Wait, what is it? This letter. I've seen this handwriting somewhere before, a long time ago. Whose handwriting was this? Do you have any idea who wrote this? Could it be Manfred von Karma? Von Karma? Why would he have something to do with this? Well, I'm not sure. Von Karma, Von Karma. Wait, you're right, my boy. This is Von Karma's handwriting, I'm sure of it. I used to see it all the time on court reports. What? But that means the one who told Mr. Yogi to kill was correct. Manfred von Karma himself. What does this mean then? Why would Von Karma want to frame Edgeworth? If it truly was Von Karma who wrote this letter, then he would know the truth. He would know that Miles Edgeworth had accidentally killed his own father. He'll say as much tomorrow in court, I should think. He'll press the point until the court finds Miles Edgeworth guilty. Oh no. But how could Von Karma know about Mr. Edgeworth's past like that? Even Mr. Edgeworth thought it was just a nightmare. That I do not know. Yet I do know that Von Karma is both persistent and a perfectionist. He may be seeking to satisfy a grudge against Gregory Edgeworth by hurting his son. It was 15 years ago. Von Karma met Gregory Edgeworth in court, and Von Karma did win, but he didn't make it through the trial unscarred. What happened in the trial between Edgeworth's dad and Von Karma? Von Karma got the guilty verdict he wanted. He won the trial. But Gregory Edgeworth accused Von Karma of faulty evidence. And though he lost the trial, Mr. Edgeworth's accusation stood. Faulty evidence? It was the only penalty Von Karma has ever received in his career as a prosecutor. Gregory Edgeworth dealt a blow to his perfect trial record. Wow. It must have been quite a shock for Von Karma. He took a vacation for several months after that, you see. A vacation. An unusual event for the man. That was the first and the last vacation he's taken in his many years of prosecuting. Really? He doesn't take vacations? Like go to the sea or the mountains? Don't tell me he's never been to Europe. You have strange ideas about vacations, Maya. In any case, that was the only time he took a vacation from work. I believe the penalty upset him quite a lot. Odd. If he wanted to keep a perfect record so badly, why would he take such a long vacation? What do we do, Nick? When Karma is going to bring up DL6, you can bet on it. What if Mr. Edgeworth pleads guilty to DL6? I won't let him. Yes, Mr. Wright. I hate to say this, but even accidental murder is murder, you know. I know that. I just believe in Edward's innocence. I can't believe he'd kill someone. But Nick, Mr. Edgeworth admits it himself. His father must have lied to protect him from beyond the grave. I don't care. I know he's not guilty. Mr. Wright, if you say so, I suppose I could go check again. The police files might hold something of interest. Mr. Grossberg, thank you. I can't promise anything. In fact, I think the chances of finding something are slim. I understand. The police materials. Alright, I get to go back to the Criminal Affairs Department. There's hardly anyone here. Everyone must be out looking for the old guy, Yogi. It's you. I don't think Gumshoe will be coming back today. He's staying out late looking for someone. Sounds like Detective Gumshoe is pounding the pavement for real. We were wondering if we could check out the records room again. Well, now, I can't just have anyone wandering around in there. But I guess Mr. Von Karma is in there now anyway. You can go in as long as he's there. Von Karma? Yes, he just arrived, actually. Von Karma's in the records room. Let's hurry. Oh, shit. This isn't gonna be good. Dusty as always. We were only here just yesterday. I'm sure they just haven't had time to clean. What's wrong, Nick? Nothing. I was just noticing that he isn't here. On Karma. But what's this? One of the drawers here is open. Someone must have been looking at it recently. The label says, Unsolved Cases, Evidence. Unsolved cases. Nick? The file for DL6, it's completely empty. What? What are you doing in here? Oh god, his face. Von Karma? You... How do you know my name? What? Have we met? What are you saying? We see each other every day, don't we? We're Miles Edgeworth's defense team. Defense team? I beg your pardon. See, I rarely remember defense attorneys. They're like bugs to me. Needless things to be crushed. You can see how this guy was Edgeworth's mentor. God, I can't look at his face. Oh my god. From the side, it's okay. Straight on like this is creeping me out. Mr. Edgeworth is your student, right? A romanticist who still can't shed that veneer of amateurism. Just like his father. Always second rate. Mr. Von Karma, you had an axe to grind with Mr. Gregory Edgeworth. Gregory. A grudge against a mere defense attorney? Why? Because he dealt a blow to your otherwise perfect trial record? So you did. But what I don't get is, why did you take his son under your wing afterwards? The son of your most bitter rival. That, my dear attorney, is none of your business. Tomorrow will be the last day of this trial. It's been a while since I've had a defense attorney last this long. Still, you will lose in the end. Miles Edgeworth will admit his own guilt. His guilt of 15 years ago, you mean? You're quite the researcher. If you've done your homework so well, then certainly you must understand. You know what Miles Edgeworth will tell the court tomorrow. We were right. So Von Karma is going to bring up DL6 in court tomorrow. I probably don't want to do this. Mr. Von Karma, have a look at this. This was you, wasn't it? You instructed Yanni Yogi to commit murder. Yanni Yogi. How many years has it been since I've heard him called by that name? He's a fool. I told him to burn it after he read it. So you admit it. You wrote Mr. Yogi this letter. Yes, my dear defense attorney. Thank you for taking the trouble to bring it to me. You saved me from a lot of needless hassle. What? Nick, what is that thing? A stun gun. Self-defense, usually. Indeed. 600,000 volts will course through your body like a dog touching an electric fence. 600,000... Oh, don't worry. People don't die from it. Usually. Now give me the letter. No. The fuck is happening? What is happening? What is happening? Ow. The fuck? Maya, open your eyes. Oh. Maya. The letter. Did he take it? Oh, yeah. Are you okay? I couldn't stop him. I jumped as fast as I could, but one shot from that thing knocked me out cold. I'm useless. I'm no good as a lawyer or a medium. I can't even call my sister. Not even now when we need her the most. I wish I hadn't woken up at all. Oh. Maya. What is that? A bullet? DL6 incident evidence number 7 taken from the heart of Gregory Edgeworth. I remember. When Karma was holding this when Maya jumped him. Okay. I'll prove it to you, Maya. You're most definitely not useless. I'll prove it to you in court tomorrow. To be continued! Okay. Oh, we're in the last stretch. Final stretch. Okay. Alright, I'm gonna turn something off really quick. I'm gonna be right back. Oh, okay. This is it. Judgment Day. Today, things are going to get settled at last. A lot of things. What's the big idea? Sorry, Nick. I only touched your shoulder. I guess the shock hasn't worn off from my run-in with the sun gun yesterday. Anyhow, today's the last day of the trial. Good luck, Nick. Yeah, thanks, Maya. Edgeworth is looking glum as always. I hope Von Karma doesn't push him too hard. What are you doing? Sorry. I'm sorry. I just thought I'd cheer you up with a pat on the back. Maya, maybe you should go outside and discharge. Right, good idea. Try not to electrocute anyone on your way out. Knock! You're just in time for the last day. This is it. Like, legitimately, this is it. What's gotten into that girl? Detective Gumshoe! Morning, Mr. Edgeworth. Good morning. How did it go, Detective? Have no fear. As promised, I've captured our runaway caretaker. I just brought him in. Took all night, pal. Thanks, Detective Gumshoe. You must be tired. Actually, after that shock I got on the way in, I feel pretty good. Yogi says he's forgotten his own name. But that has to be a lie. Why would he want revenge on Edgeworth if he couldn't remember his past? He does remember. And I'm gonna prove it. Knock! Chris! Here we go, y'all. December 28th. It's the last day. Kitchen. Court is now in session for the trial of Miles Edgeworth for the last time. The defense is ready, Your Honor. Why is my chair not sitting right? I want it to. The prosecution is ready. This motherfucker. No, he missed it. We ran into him in the records room and looking at his character model like straight on like we are the judge. It was so creepy. Like way creepier than his side profile. I did not like it. Right, very well. We have reached the final day of our proceedings in this trial. I ask that the prosecution submit decisive evidence. Understood. Come on, don't be awed into silence by every little thing he says. Very well, Mr. Von Karma, your opening statement. Right. Thanks to Detective Gumshoe's efforts, the boat rental shop caretaker has been arrested. In yesterday's trial, the defense asserted that the caretaker was the murderer. However, the caretaker has yet to confirm this. I would like to ask the defense to cross-examine him as much as necessary. Very well. Please bring the witness into the courtroom. Ladies and gentlemen of the court, I believe you all remember our witness. He lives in the boat rental shop on the lake from where he witnessed the incident. In addition, he has currently lost memory of his name and identity. Witness, why did you run away yesterday? The witness was not running away, as he will now testify. I see. Very well. Please begin your testimony. He is snoozing. Ooh, yay! Actually, maybe I should make another one. I'm really sorry about just leaving yesterday like I did, but I wasn't running away or nothing. I went to buy some food for Polly, see? I figured I got nothing to do with this incident anyhow. I mean, I'd need one of those motive things, right? And I don't got one. So my testimony yesterday stands as is. That's a bunch of bullshit. Let's begin the cross-examination, shall we? He has to know his name. Yanni Yogi. You are Yanni Yogi, and I'm going to prove it. Goodness. Why I love court. Alright, so let's press everything. I'd call what you did running away, and not just leaving. You heard Larry's testimony and you realized you were in danger. Now, Mr. Wright, there's no need to rush to conclusions. As I said, the witness was not running away. Listen to the testimony. He sure seems relaxed. In fact, they both do. Von Karma and Yanni Yogi. Why did you leave? I was just about to say why. Is it so hard for you to just quietly listen when someone is talking? If I sat quietly, Edgeworth would be guilty in 3 minutes. I went to buy some food for Polly, see? Alright, food. Well, Polly is a bit of a gourmand, you see. She only eats these high-quality bird pellets from France. They only have them in the big pet shop downtown. But you weren't arrested until this morning. Why didn't you go back to the caretaker shack? Well, I kind of got lost, you see. The witness has trouble remembering things sometimes. When the police apprehended him, he was on his way back to the shack. Yeah, right. Nice try. No one's gonna believe that. See, so he was lost. Oh my god, Judge, please. You've lost much of your memory, is that correct? Yep, seems like it. Then how could you know that you didn't have anything to do with this incident? Or maybe you're lying about not having your memory. You know exactly who you are. The witness has testified quite clearly that he has no memory of who he is. You claim he's lying, then show the court proof. How am I supposed to prove what's going on in that old codger's head? It's impossible. Huh. How can you say you had no motive? I say you do. You had a grudge against Edgeworth and the victim, Robert Hammond. That's why you took revenge on them, right? Please don't make me repeat myself, Mr. Wright. This witness has no memory of anything beyond several years ago. He can't hold a grudge. It's impossible. I have to prove he's lying about his memory. Otherwise, it's going to be the same thing over and over until the trial ends. Uh-oh. Might I say something, Mr. Wright? Yes, Your Honor. You've been saying the same thing now over and over. You've been calling the witness's memory of the past, or lack thereof, into question. But does this really have anything to do with the current case? Of course, Your Honor. The witness has said he has nothing to do with this case and no motive. Both of these statements are lies. Murder. Mr. Wright, there is a serious problem with your claim. Or are you saying you know who this witness is? Of course, Your Honor. Now, this is interesting. I would like to know myself. So who is he? Don't play dumb. Mr. Wright, please tell us the witness's name. It's Yanni Yogi. His name is Yanni Yogi, a former court bailiff. Yogi. That name seems familiar. Oh! Yanni Yogi from the DL6 incident. I figures the judge would have heard of it. It was such a famous case. But what does this mean? Your Honor, if this man is Mr. Yogi, then he has a clear motive. Jumping to conclusions again, Mr. Wright. This witness is Yanni Yogi? Fascinating. However, how do you propose to prove this to the court? This is a court of law, as you may recall. You need proof. And allow me to repeat once more that the witness has lost his memory. This is it. I have to do this now. I can't prove he's Yogi right here, right now, and I've got nowhere else to go. How are you going to prove it? Your Honor, please take this man's fingerprints. Then we'll compare them to the fingerprints on file for Yanni Yogi 15 years ago. Makes sense. What? I'm so very, very sorry, Mr. Wright. Why? The witness has no The fuck? What do you mean he doesn't have any fingerprints? Excuse me? You see, before I worked as a caretaker, I worked at a chemical plant. I burned my fingers working with the stuff. What? Yogi, you sneak. You burned your fingerprints off to hide your past. The witness has no fingerprints. I guess we will not be able to prove his identity. What will I do? It seems that the case has been decided, no? No, it hasn't! There has to be another way. There's no one who can testify as to who this witness is. No one. What are we gonna do? I didn't even consider that he might have erased his fingerprints. What do I do? Use the parrot. Use the parrot. The defense would like to take Mr. Bracana up on his proposal. My proposal? Exactly, Your Honor. I would like to cross-examine the witness's pet parrot. Holly! What do you think, Mr. Von Karma? This is a farce. I object. Wait a second. You were the one who suggested I cross-examine the parrot, Von Karma. I have a right to do as you suggested. If you're so desperate, then please be my guest. Of course, should you go through with this, and nothing comes of it, then I hope you're ready for the consequences. This is crazy. Still want to go through with your little game? I'm doing it. Go big or go home. Let the parrot take the stand. I will cross-examine the parrot, Your Honor. This is the most ridiculous thing I have ever heard. Von Karma's rigged every person's testimony, every piece of evidence, except the parrot. She's my last chance. You know it's bad when the parrot is your only option. Oh. Bring in the parrot! That's quite a bird. Please tell us your name. Name? The witness is ignoring me. It must hurt to be ignored by a bird. Very well, witness. Who is your owner? Please testify for us. Hello, hello. Fucking Polly. Certainly the most concise testimony we've had so far. Very well, begin your cross-examination. Right. What are you going to do, Nick? I don't know. What do we do, Maya? Oh my god. What's your name? Maybe I should get her to say her name. Polly, Polly, what's your name? Polly, Polly. Yes, it does. Fascinating. You claim that the parrot's name will prove Bruno's identity, then show us this proof. Don't you think you're taking the bluffing a little too far? The proof that the parrot's name reveals the caretaker's identity is... Ugh. What have I done to myself? Oh my god. That is it. Holy shit. The DL6 case file? That's quite a large file you have there. Which page is this proof on then? It's on page 3. Oh, damn it. Case summary, victim, suspect. Okay, duh. I'm stupid. Suspect data. It's on the suspect data page. It's page 3. Page 3! This page has all the information about Yanni Yogi. Right after he was arrested, his fiancée committed suicide, see? Indeed, it does say that, yes. What was his fiancée's name? Polly Jenkins. Polly. Exactly, Your Honor. He wanted to remember the name of his fiancée who had committed suicide. That's why he named his parrot after her. I see. I guess that is possible. Shawty's like a melody in my head that I can't give up. Got me singing like na 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 every day. It's like my iPod stuck on replay. Okay, I'm done. Mere coincidence, that's all. My granddaughter has a dog she calls Phoenix. Well, Mr. Phoenix, right? Does this make you my granddaughter's fiance? She's only 7 years old. Indeed. Alone, it is a little weak for evidence in a murder trial. We would need some other corroborating evidence. Where am I gonna find that? We're getting closer. One more. If we can just get one more piece of evidence. Right, but what? We may continue. You guys. You guys are funny. You're here to speak. You must speak to me. Frankly, I can't believe that you're speaking to the parrot. Well, I guess we should try to get some information out of her. We need to show the judge that her owner is Mr. Yogi. Okay, so be Minecraft without the craft. What do I say? Ooh, have we forgotten something? Let's do that. As I recall, 2 days ago. Polly, have we forgotten something? Don't forget DL6. Haha! Let's go! If I can get Polly to say that here, that'll prove that the caretaker had something to do with DL6. Polly, have we forgotten something? Come on, Polly. Hello? Hello? No, Polly! That's not what you're supposed to say. Forgot. Something we forgot. Hello, hello. Uh-oh, it's not working, Nick. She won't say it. This is ridiculous. Why won't she say it? Something the matter, Mr. Wright? Wait. Don't tell me Von Karma expected this. Did you retrain the parrot? Are you kidding me? Wait. No. It's the safe then. The safe number. It's December 28th. What was the number to the safe in the shack? 1228. 1228. What a reckless parrot. Well, Mr. Wright, you aren't claiming that this number has something to do with the caretaker. It does! December 28th, 15 years ago. That's why I had her say it. Ridiculous. How can the number to a safe tell us who the caretaker is? Show us your proof. What could possibly link this number to the caretaker's true identity? I mean, it's the same thing. The DL6 case file? What is this obsession you have with that case? Mr. Wright, where in this file is something relating to the safe number? It is the case summary, right? Uh-huh. It's the case summary, sir. It's on the case summary page. Page number 1. The case summary? Specifically, the date on which the DL6 incident occurred. The date of the incident, December 28th. Why, that's today's date, 15 years ago. And the number on that safe is 1228. Ah! He used the date of the DL6 incident as the number for his safe, Your Honor. That's how important that date was to him. I see. It certainly is an interesting coincidence. People often do set their secret numbers to dates. This is not tangible proof. I set my ATM card's number to 001 because I'm number 1. This has nothing to do with a date. Nothing. Does Von Karma realize he just told everybody his PIN number for his card? Like, I just saying. I'm sure he's rolling in some dough. I would be doing the same. What? He just told the whole courtroom what the PIN number is for his card when he goes to the ATM machine. So if someone takes his card, it's stupid. Right? Like, what? Courtroom go burr. I think we've reached a conclusion here. This is a mere coincidence, that's all. That is a possibility. However, two coincidences at the same time seems more like a pattern to me. Thank you, Judge, for being on my side. Summon the caretaker of the boat shop. Immediately. Yes! Let's go! Witness, tell us your name. Wait. This witness, he doesn't remember. No, it's okay. Holy shit. Ah! Oh my god. I've been waiting for this moment this whole case. $5 months and a week. Hell yeah. Thank you, Knock. I appreciate you. I've accomplished what I wanted to do. I'm done. He looks totally different. This is the real Yogi, I think. Finally. He's been acting feeble to hide his true identity. I mean, I've been streaming for 8. That's really hard to believe. Acting for 15 years. Well, let me ask you again. Please state your name for the court. My name is Yanni Yogi. 15 years ago, I served as a bailiff in this very court. Oh my god. This is it, y'all. Yanni Yogi. So was it you who killed Robert Hammond? We just did the... You guys went on a train of doing this a while ago, and it was at like 4 months. And tried to frame Miles Edgeworth for his death? Yes, it was me. I did it. They put me on the witness stand 15 years ago. Robert Hammond. He said I was mentally unsound. He told me it would make me innocent. Get me off the hook. So I pretended to have brain damage. I was innocent, really, but he didn't believe me. We won the trial, but I lost everything. I lost my job, my fiancé, my social standing. Then this year, 15 years later, a package arrived. It was a letter and a pistol. The plan was written out in careful detail. It was a plan for me to take my revenge on the people who ruined my life. I didn't care who had sent it. I thought this was my chance. After 15 years, this was it. Finally, a chance to have my revenge on Robert Hammond and Miles Edgeworth. I have no regrets. Wait a moment. Revenge? Against Miles Edgeworth? What do you mean? I'm not at liberty to speak on that matter. Why don't you ask Mr. Edgeworth yourself? Anyway, I admit it. I was the one who killed Robert Hammond. On camera. Where is Mr. Yogi? Under arrest, Your Honor. I saw no room for error in his confession. And the defendant, Miles Edgeworth, is innocent. In this case, at least. Very well. Will the defendant please take the stand? There are a few mysteries left unsolved. Still, you are cleared of suspicion for this particular case. So I would like to pass judgment on the murder of Mr. Robert Hammond. Any objections? I don't believe it. Why isn't Von Karma saying anything? Very well. This court finds the defendant, Mr. Miles Edgeworth, not guilty. Okay. That is all. This court is adjourned.
Objection!
Yeah, there it is. Did someone just objection? It wasn't Von Karma. Maybe that means no. Edgeworth, let's not do this today. I object to your judgment. What do you mean? I'm not innocent at all. As we have heard, Yanni Yogi killed Robert Hammond in revenge. But revenge for what? Nick, Edgeworth is trying to confess. He's gonna say he's guilty. Damn it! He's gonna tell them he was the murderer in the DL6 incident. He's going to tell them he killed his own dad. Objection! The judgment has already been passed. I object to Edgeworth's outburst. Didn't something like this happen yesterday too? I believe a certain witness raised an objection after a guilty verdict was passed. God damn it. That would be Larry. We must hear this new statement. We must hear Miles Edgeworth. He's right. We have a duty to hear Mr. Edgeworth out. Shit. For 15 years, I have had a recurring dream. A nightmare. It's only a nightmare. That's what I told myself. But now I know it wasn't a dream. Yanni Yogi wasn't the killer. You mean in the incident where your father died? From the distance of the shot, it wasn't suicide either. Everything was as clear as day. The murderer, the criminal in the DL6 incident, it was me. Your Honor, I confess my guilt. I am guilty for DL6, the statute of limitations of which ends today. The culprit is me. Why did he point at me like that? This is certainly unexpected. The defendant declared innocent is confessing to a different crime. A crime for which the statute of limitations runs out today. I'm not really sure how I should deal with this. It's obvious. We hold a trial. Right here, right now. We try this man for his crime of 15 years ago. I think I would like to take a 5-minute recess. During this time, I will consider the appropriate course of action to take. Court is adjourned. I'm sorry, Wright. I just wasted all your effort. Mr. Edgeworth, I just don't believe it, sir. I mean, you kill your dad? I didn't want to believe it myself, detective. But it's the truth. I deserve to be punished. Murder is murder, no matter what the circumstances. This is crazy. Just crazy. Nick, what are you doing? Oh, I was just reading through the court record once more. I'm getting my case ready. Your case? For what? Huh? Isn't it obvious? I'm gonna prove that Miles Edgeworth is innocent. What are you talking about, pal? He just admitted to it. He confessed that he did it. In court. I'm sorry, Edgeworth. But I don't believe your nightmare. What? It's just a dream. It's not real. The truth is right here in this court record. In any case, tighten your belts. The real fight is just beginning. I'll prove you're innocent. Trust me. Right? Okay, so I'm gonna change my camera battery really quick, and then we are gonna finish this. I'll be right back. Let's do this. Now then. I would like to resume our trial. Judge? Miles Edgeworth has admitted his own guilt. He has confessed his crime. Let us begin by hearing his testimony. Then, though pointless, let the defense do their cross-examining. Except it's not going to be pointless. I'm going to win. The statute of limitations on the DL6 incident runs out today. Though it's unconventional for me, I'd like to run this one by the book. Let's see. Does the defense have any objections? Nope. Let's go. Karma, you knew this was going to happen from the very beginning, didn't you? Very well. Will Miles Edgeworth take the stand? Will the witness state his name and profession? Miles Edgeworth. I'm a prosecuting attorney. I am also known as EdgeyBoi. 15 years ago, you mistakenly killed your father, Gregory Edgeworth. Is this correct? It is correct. Then testify about this matter to the court. When Edgeworth was telling me about his dream yesterday, I noticed something. One detail didn't quite fit. That will be the key, but only if I can get it to work. Please, please. That day, I had gone to the courtroom to observe one of my father's trials. As we went to leave, an earthquake struck, trapping us in the elevator. My father and Mr. Yogi lost their composure and began to argue. Just then, something heavy fell at my feet. I picked it up and threw it at Mr. Yogi. I wanted them to stop fighting. A moment later, there was a single gunshot. Then a scream. It was a terrible scream. I remember it to this day. That's all. 5 months and 2 weeks? Dang, you were beating knock by a week? That's kind of funny. Until now, you thought this memory was a dream? We were stuck in that elevator for 5 hours. The oxygen in the elevator ran out, and I lost my memory of the events. The same claim Mr. Yogi has made. Very well. Mr. Wright, your cross-examination, please. Yes, Your Honor. Let's go. EdgeyBoi is innocent. That day, I had gone to the courtroom to observe one of my father's trials. What was the trial your father was involved in on that day? I don't remember things very clearly. Only 2 things. I know my father lost, and Mr. Von Karma was the prosecuting attorney. Mr. Von Karma? You were handling that case? It was 15 years ago. I don't remember the details. That was when Edgeworth pointed out the problem in Von Karma's evidence. Daddy Edgeworth, not baby Edgeworth. As we went to leave, so there were 3 people, including yourself, trapped in the elevator. Yes, myself, my father, and Yanni Yogi. We were fine at first, but then as time passed and no one came to help. My father and Mr. Yogi lost their composure and began to argue. What did you do then? I was a 9-year-old boy at the time. Edgeworth is my daddy. Oh, Daddy Edgeworth. Daddy EdgeyBoi. I'm gonna stop. Stopping. I was scared, trembling in the corner. But then... What was it? A pistol. I assume it was the bailiff, Yanni Yogi's. The safety must have come off when it fell from his holster. And you picked it up. What happened next? Did you know it was a pistol when you threw it? I think I knew. I knew it was dangerous. But the air was getting so thick, I panicked. So you're saying that you threw the pistol at Mr. Yogi? I was in a daze. A moment later, there was a single gunshot, and then a scream. And the gun fired once? Yes. I think after I threw it, I lost consciousness. Since then, they've echoed in my head every day. That gunshot and that horrible scream. The scream. To this day. Yes, I can practically hear it now. I doubt I will ever forget that scream as long as I live. There it is. One part of that testimony clearly contradicts the evidence, but I don't know what it means. I better find out quick. So, what am I supposed to... It was fired twice. Why am I not reading my evidence? Okay. Are you sure you only heard one gunshot? Yes, I'm sure of that. I heard the shot and the scream. Then everything faded. I was unconscious until the rescuers came. I see. No, Your Honor. Unfortunately, you don't. Look at this file one more time. This plainly contradicts the witness's testimony. You do enjoy dragging out that file, don't you? I don't accept this evidence, unless you can tell us what page it's on. Which page contradicts Mr. The victim data. Look at the victim data on this file. Why can't I just say page 2? It is on page 2. It says it quite plainly. The murder weapon was fired twice. Miles Edgeworth only heard one gunshot, yet the murder weapon was fired twice. The first shot was the accidental firing when the pistol was thrown. So who fired the remaining shot? Very interesting. Was there perhaps another shooter who fired that second shot? Page 2 is very specific. This case file is not that big. It is 3 pages of like itty bitty text. This incident occurred 15 years ago. The evidence is dated. The pistol did fire twice. However, we do not know when that second shot was fired. It might have been fired the day before the incident. There is no proof that the second shot had anything to do with this incident. What? What? The murder weapon was fired twice, as we have heard. One of those shots was fired by the defendant, a boy at the time. Do you have any proof that the other shot fired had something to do with the case? Shit. Ah! There it is! Haha! Found it! I found it! Your Honor, I think I will be able to show you proof. What? Impossible. Now, Mr. Von Karma, save your surprise for after you've seen the evidence. Very well, Mr. Wright. Show us your proof. Do you have evidence that the second firing of the pistol is related to this incident? Uh-huh. Look at this photograph. This is a photograph of the scene of the crime, 15 years ago. I can see that the victim lying there is Gregory Edgeworth. This proves the murder weapon was fired twice at the time of the incident. This photo proves it. So let me get this straight. This photo proves 2 shots were fired? Where? Your Honor, please. Use your eyes. It's right here. This tiny little hole. Season 5 of Just KJ Things. Yo, when I finally get to doing like monthly highlights of my backup vlogs, I'm gonna call them seasons. There we go. That's what we're gonna do. That should be obvious. The contradiction is here. I see a bullet hole in the door. Your Honor, Gregory Edgeworth was killed by a shot from the pistol. Yet there is also a bullet hole in the elevator door. We also know that the murder weapon was fired twice. Thus, someone other than Edgeworth fired that second shot. Duh. Mr. Wright, what are you driving at? It's simple, Your Honor. At the time of the incident, 2 shots were fired. One went into Gregory Edgeworth's heart, the other hit the elevator door. Remember that the defendant lost consciousness after the shot he fired rang out. In conclusion, we must agree that the second shot was fired by someone else. Mr. Wright, but who could that someone else be? The murderer, of course. I knew I should have stepped in before your wild fantasies got out of hand. Mr. Wright, look once more at the DL6 incident case file. Look closely. Try the case summary page. Case summary. That's on page 1. Look what is written there. Not a single clue was found on the scene. If the pistol had indeed been fired 2 times, then the other bullet would have been discovered on the scene. He does have a point. That second bullet has never been found. Why? Because the second bullet does not exist. The bullet that claimed Gregory Edgeworth's life was the one fired by his own son. That is the truth of this matter. The whole truth. It was undoubtedly something else that made that bullet hole in the door. So are you going to prove what else made the bullet hole in the door, or... The murder weapon was fired twice at the time of the incident. However, Swiss Ron Karma says the second bullet fired was not found. It is highly unlikely that the police merely overlooked the second bullet. So all we have is the single bullet fired. I'm afraid I have to discount. No! I'm not wrong. If the second bullet wasn't there, then all my conjectures are for nothing. But you said you did it. You do it. You said you did. I'm sorry. It's just when I saw the photograph, I thought that 2 shots had been fired. I was so certain of it. I thought I'd won. I thought there was another person, someone else who fired the killing shot. But now, I was wrong to think it could be that simple. This case has stood unsolved for 15 years. It seems that we have finally cleared up this incident. No! The shot was fired by Miles Edgeworth. Precisely. I would like to ask one thing of Miles Edgeworth before passing my verdict. Have you been paying attention to the trial so far? Yes, Your Honor. Do you have any objections? No, I don't. So you killed your father, though that was not your intention? Yes, I did. No, he's accepted the guilt. No! The statute of limitations on the murder of Gregory Edgeworth runs out today. Therefore, I must pronounce a verdict on the defendant today, right here. Right now. No, not right now. No! I have an objection, because I don't believe. I object. I do not believe you. It must exist. The second bullet. Whoa. Was that Mia? Was that my dead girlfriend? What did you just say? Nothing. The second bullet must exist. But where? Someone took it. It seems waiting is not going to produce us any answers from Mr. Wright. Sorry, my dead girlfriend's talking to me. We've just heard proof that it did not exist. I realize that, Your Honor. It's just someone took it from the scene of the crime. That's what happened. The murderer. Wait, the murderer? Then tell us, just who is this murderer? I'm still thinking about that one. Was there some pressing need for the murderer to search for that bullet? The murderer had to find it. Of course there was a need. That's why they took it. What possible reason could they have had? The reason the murderer took the bullet away from the scene with them is... should have taken the bullet from inside Gregory as well. Huh? No! Damn it. How would the murderer have spent the time to look for that stray bullet? I haven't got a clue. What's wrong, Mr. Wright? The murderer had no reason to take that bullet. You don't want to admit it, but it's true. Had to take it. That's what I said first! Think crazy. Don't think why the bullet was taken. Think why the bullet had to be taken. That's what I said! Mia! The murderer had no intention of taking the bullet from the scene. The murderer had to take the bullet. That is what I fucking said! What do you mean? Well, for instance, maybe the bullet hit the murderer. Oh. Just saying, for instance. I mean, if it hit you, you would have to take it with... Oh! Okay. Wait a second. Let me get this straight. So at the time of the murderer themselves was shot, and they left with the second bullet still inside of them, thus leaving only one bullet at the scene of the crime? I guess that's how it would work, yes. But there's a problem with that. The other two people rescued from that elevator, Miles Edgeworth and Yana Yogi, were both unharmed. So that would mean the murderer came from outside, yes. The two men fight inside the elevator. Trying to stop them, the boy picks up the pistol at his feet and throws it. Eee! Gasp! The pistol discharges and the bullet goes through the elevator door and hits the murderer outside. The boy loses consciousness. Then the murderer opens the elevator door and sees the men inside. Dun, dun, dun. Mr. Wright, you are truly the most unpredictable defense attorney I've ever known. I can tell you're grasping, yet I cannot deny the possibility of what you say. I can tell you're bullshitting, but... What are you saying? Deny it. No one involved with the incident was wounded. There was no murderer. No one was wounded at the time of the incident. He's right. I can't think of anyone. Hey, Nick. I just thought of something really crazy. Crazy. Remember what Mr. Gosberg said yesterday? Oh wait, shit, what did he say? It must have been quite a shock for Von Karma. What if Von Karma didn't take that vacation because of shock, but took it because he was injured? Aha! Which would mean it could only mean one thing. He was the murderer in the DL6 incident. He was the man who shot Gregory Edgeworth. It was Von Karma! Ah, shit. Something wrong, Mr. Wright? You seem dazed. No, Your Honor. You have indicated the possibility that the murderer came from outside. Can you give us the name of your suspect? Uh-oh. No, I'm gonna say it now. Your Honor, there is a suspect. One lone suspect. Well, this is certainly interesting news. Very well, Mr. Wright. Who is your suspect? Von Karma. Von Karma? Look at that face! He doesn't care. Oh goshy gosh. You mean the Von Karma? The prosecutor? The one standing right over there? You don't object. I see no need. Why honor this ridiculous outburst with my objection? Because you took a vacation for several months starting the day after the incident. Yet you pride yourself on a perfect record. Why would you take such a long vacation without any reason? So you're claiming that I took a vacation to heal my injury from the incident? Fascinating. Prove it. I would have needed surgery, no? Where did I go under the knife at, Mr. Wright? Bring the doctor that operated on me. Have him testify. Let's find out who his doctor is. It's no use. Edgeworth? I know Von Karma. Perhaps too well. He's perfect. He wouldn't leave clues. He probably didn't undergo surgery. That would leave a doctor as a witness. But if he didn't have surgery, he still has the bullet. You can't just pull bullets out of yourself. Wait. That means the bullet is still there! Okay, actually, wait. Oh my god, yes. Yes. Oh my god. Oh my god. Oh my god. I forgot about this. This is so funny. Von Karma is perfect. He wouldn't risk surgery, leaving an evidence trail. So then I ask, where is that bullet now? I think it unlikely that Von Karma performed surgery on himself. You don't mean... I do. And I've got a metal detector. There is the possibility that the bullet is still inside Von Karma. Oh my god, this is great. Is that even possible for all these years? Well, there's one way to find out. And I've got it. We could use this metal detector. Well, Von Karma, I'm gonna run this over you and see what we find. Oh, that sounds dirty. Oh, but look at his face! I refuse. You can't refuse. Refusing this means you acknowledge that the bullet is still inside you. Your Honor, the defense requests that we be allowed to use the metal detector. Judge, I call for a suspension of this trial. This is an invasion of privacy. The statute of limitations runs out on this case today. It was you who said we had to end it right here, right now. Enough. I permit the use of the metal detector. Mr. Von Karma, you will submit yourself to testing. What does this mean? I don't know, but we have to give it a shot. But okay. Okay. Something's inside his right shoulder. The bullet. Mr. Von Karma? Oh, Edgeworth is pissed. It was you. I was afraid this would happen, and so I remained silent. Indeed, there is a bullet in my shoulder. However, it has nothing to do with this incident. No. I was shot in the shoulder long before the DL6 incident. I claim that the bullet in my shoulder has no relation to DL6. Nah. No. But Mr. Von Karma, can you prove that? Prove? I have no obligation to prove anything. It is Mr. Wright who must prove something here. Not I. Mr. Wright. Well, can you prove it? Can you prove that the bullet in Von Karma's shoulder was from DL6? Of course he can. You don't have any of the Oh, but I do. That's because you took it out of the records room yesterday, you asshole. With no proof, you cannot convict me of any crime. So sorry, Mr. Wright. No, I'm the one who's sorry, Mr. Von Karma. You were close. One day away from freedom. But you see, I have proof. Who would have thought you would dig your own grave trying to convict Edgeworth? I can link that bullet in your shoulder to the DL6 incident. And here's my final proof. The bullet that I stole from you. That's a bullet? Where did you get that? This is the bullet used in the DL6 incident. This was taken from the heart of the victim, Mr. Gregory Edgeworth. The bullet is preserved quite nicely with all the ballistic markings intact. Ballistic markings. You may recall the term. It came up in the first trial 2 days ago. Ballistic markings are the fingerprints of a weapon. All bullets fired from a gun are marked with that weapon's unique pattern. By examining the markings, you can tell which weapon fired the bullet. It's quite accurate. We have 2 bullets in our possession. One, the bullet removed from Gregory Edgeworth's heart. The other, Mr. Von Karma, is the bullet buried in your shoulder. We could analyze both bullets. Excuse me. Then if the markings match, we would know that both bullets had been fired from the same gun. The very same pistol, in other words, the murder weapon that killed Gregory Edgeworth. Mr. Von Karma, you will let us remove the bullet from your shoulder. Then we'll compare the ballistic markings to those on this bullet. And solve this case once and for all. Well, Mr. Von Karma. I don't understand what he's screaming, but that's okay. That scream. I've heard that scream before. I know. I'm not going to read this part again. Get away. Get away from my father. It's that scream I heard in the elevator 15 years ago. Von Karma, it was you who screamed. Dun dun dun! Mr. Von Karma? So it was you. You and your mother. is he doing? Your father shamed me with a penalty on my record. And you left a scar on my shoulder that would never fade. I'll bury you. I'll bury you with my bare hands. Oh my god. 15 years earlier. Chief Prosecutor, I'm sorry. When Karma, it's not like you to make this kind of error. I never would have thought that Edgeworth would be the one to catch you. I was careless. I'm sorry, but you will have to be penalized. I've covered for you in the past, but not this time. Edgeworth. It was a shock like none I had ever known. Me? Penalized? It took hours for me to regain my composure. Suddenly, I found myself in the darkness. I was in the court records room. I must have wandered in there without thinking where I was going. The room was pitch black. The lights must have gone out. I went out into the hall and felt my way to the elevator. I pressed the button, but nothing happened. Then, there was a noise. I was in pain. A horrible burning pain in my shoulder. Just then, the lights came back on. The elevator door opened before my eyes. I saw 3 people inside, all lying unconscious from oxygen deprivation. Much to my surprise, a pistol lay at my feet. I knew then it was destiny. In his last moments, Gregory Edgeworth was still unconscious. He died, never knowing who had shot him. Later, he spoke through a medium, blaming Mr. Yogi. He was fooled. It was the perfect crime. Who would have thought another man would have come to open that elevator door? Judge? What are you doing? Do your job. Bring an end to this miserable charade. Now, end it. Very well. It appears that we have come a very long way to the end of this maze. 15 years later, Mr. Miles Edgeworth. Yes, Your Honor. You were innocent. You are innocent. As you said, it was all a nightmare. Yes, Your Honor. This court finds the defendant, Mr. Miles Edgeworth, not guilty for a second time today. Bye, Von Karma. That is all. This court is adjourned. Bye-bye now. Nick, we did it. Did you see his face? Von Karma looked even paler than usual. He's pretending to be all cool, but inside you crushed him, Nick. Crushed. I gotta say, I'm impressed. It was pretty close, though. I was sure we'd had it. I know, I was on the verge of tears the whole time myself. But now it's all just a good memory. So it's finally over, Edgeworth. Right? Yeah. I'm not sure how to say this. I know. Try thank you. I see. Thank you, right? You're welcome. I think you could have done better than that. Sorry, I'm not good at this sort of thing. You got a lot to learn, Edgeworth. She's fine there. Amazing, pal. You pulled through just like I thought you would. I'll never forget this. I owe you one, pal. And tonight, let's party. Dinner's on me. Yeah, my salary went down a bit this month, but who cares? See, Mr. Edgeworth, you should take a lesson from Detective Gumshoe. That's how you say thank you. I see. Whoop! I feel foolish. Don't worry. Take it a little at a time. You'll get used to it. It's been 15 years since I've seen Edgeworth this unguarded. Hey, y'all! Lotta! Y'all were great in there. Thank you. Yo, Edgeworth, congrats! Thank you all very much. I knew you were innocent from the start, of course. Just look at you. You wouldn't stick your hand in the cookie jar even if no one was there. You were the witness on the first day of the trial, weren't you? Yeah, well, let bygones be bygones. Speaking of which, what are you doing now, Lotta? Who, me? Oh, I went back to college. I gave up trying to be an investigative photographer pretty quick. Really? That's too bad. Huh? Isn't that the hot dog guy from the park? It's over, Nick. My life is over. Oh my god. Why the sad face, Larry? What happened now? I'm not long for this world. You don't look sick. It's Keontae. She's going to live in Paris. Paris, Nick. She's leaving me behind. Should have seen that coming. Yo, Edgy, there you are. Yes, here I am. Congrats, Edgy. Here, a little gift for me in celebration. Celebration? That's unusual for you. Hairy Butts. You come along tonight too. My treat, pal. Huh? Thanks. Looking forward to it. That's the suit that questioned me. When he says treat, that's not police talk for prison food, right? I think you'll be fine, Larry. Right. Yeah, what's up? That envelope that Larry gave me. It's got money in it. Well, yeah, that's not that strange. People give money away to celebrate sometimes. It's $38, right? What a weird amount. I mean, it's not a little, but it's not a lot either. $38 exactly. Wasn't that exactly the amount of lunch money that was stolen from Mr. Edgeworth in school? $38? No. No, Larry, it was you? What are you so surprised about, right? Larry was absent that day from school, right? That doesn't automatically rule him out as a suspect. What? Think back to that day 15 years ago. Larry took the day off, but he was bored, so he came into school anyway. Then he saw the money lying there, and the rest is history. I never was good at history. Edgeworth, you didn't know, did you? I suspected. I just couldn't picture Larry protecting you like he did that day. Everyone else was saying you did it. The whole class was against you, remember? Yeah, too well. Right, you may not know this, but we used to have a saying back in school. When something smells, it's usually the butts. I know. Really right. I'm surprised you didn't figure it out. This sure isn't an unexpected turn of events. Edgeworth? You should have told me. Now, Nick. It was 15 years ago. Don't you think the statute of limitations has run out, Mr. Edgeworth? I'd say so, yes. There you have it. Where does that leave me? I became a defense attorney because of what you two did. Well, you've always been something of an insufferable emotionalist. Oh my god. Yeah, and you get worked up too easily, too. The death sentence for both of you. If only I had known, I'd become a prosecutor. The same goes for me, only the other way around. For the longest time, I thought that I might have killed my own father. I thought I might be a criminal. I became a prosecutor in part to punish myself. If I had known the truth, I might have become a defense attorney after all. Sure. Want to switch, right? Hey, y'all. Line up. I'll take a photo. Hey, photo time. Let's go. And after that, dinner on me. Detective Gumshoe took us out on the town that night. We celebrated Edgeworth's newfound freedom, even though Edgeworth himself was still in detention. Why was he still in detention? December 29th. Uh-oh. Whoa, I went a little overboard yesterday. My head hurts. Huh? It's still only 5. Maybe I should go back to sleep. What's this? A letter. Good morning, Nick. You were really impressive yesterday. Seeing you, it made me think about what I'm doing here. I'm a spirit medium. In training, of course. I wanted to help Mr. Edgeworth, too. I wanted to help you. But I couldn't. I was useless. So I've decided to go back to my training. I'll become a full-fledged spirit medium, for starters. I couldn't say it to your face, so I left this letter. Goodbye, Nick. Goodbye? What time is it? Ah, the first trains for the mountains have already left. To the station. I guess I'm too late. Hey! Nick? Maya! So, you're leaving? Yeah. It's hard being a spirit medium who can't talk to spirits. And I think you'll do fine without me, Nick. Be good, okay? Wait. What? I never could have saved Edgeworth without your help. Huh? On the last day of the trial, I heard her. I heard Mia's voice. You heard my sister? Yes, only her voice, but still. It was at the very end when I thought we'd lost everything. Well, that's my sister for you. Detective Gumshoe helped and Mr. Grossberg, and even Larry. I'm the only one who couldn't help. I was useless, Nick. But you were the one who stopped One Karma, Maya. I didn't do anything. All I did was wander around in a daze. Sorry, but I have evidence that you helped. Evidence? I'm gonna show you this bullet to cheer you up. A bullet? One Karma was convinced he had taken all of the evidence pertaining to DL6. But you were the one who rescued the last piece of evidence we needed. This was the bullet that put an end to Von Karma. And you were the one who gave it to me. Nick. Thanks, Maya. I couldn't have done it without you. I'll be back soon. I'm going to complete my training and come back. Okay. I'll be waiting. Of course you will. You can't run that office by yourself. You're hopeless. I don't know about that. Gotta go, Maya. So this is it? See you soon. Oh. Thanks, Nick. Look at her face. And so my story ends. Time to turn a new page. And say goodbye to the novice defense attorney that I once was. Now a new story begins. With the same old crazy cast of characters. Don't think you've graduated yet, amateur. Mr. Wright, perhaps you'd like to rethink that claim. Yes, Your Honor. Uh-oh, I got a bad feeling about this.
Objection!
Hey, pal. Mr. Edgeworth came down to the precinct to wish me a Happy New Year. Talk about a pleasant surprise. Then he hung his head low and went right back outside. Kind of like he was embarrassed or something. Strange, huh? He's trying. Huh? Nick? Haven't seen him lately. Who, me? I've been working at a cheese shop. That Missy's a nice lady, but she's not exactly what you'd call a cheap date. Oh, she's in Hawaii right now. Yeah. Goodness gracious. Can I skip this? Probably not. Who? Right? Yeah, I remember him. I hear he's been busy lately. You know, not to ring my own bell, but I sort of taught him everything he knows. I'm sure he's grateful. No, I don't think I can get out of it. Oops. Oh well. Phoenix Wright. Ah, the defense attorney for whom I wrote that affidavit for, yes. Oh, you should know, I've taken over management at the Gatewater Hotel recently. Should you be in the area, please stop by. it's you. Phoenix Wright? Ah, yes, Mia's understudy, was he not? I wonder how he's doing. Haven't seen him of late. Days of my youth, like the scent of fresh lemon, you see. Credits! Even though there technically is one more bonus case in this game. This game isn't done yet, but this technically is the end of the story. Phoenix Wright? Is he an actor? Well, I'm not buying it. You can't be a star with a name like Phoenix. Did you know that they're... I can't. I'm not even gonna try. Something about DVDs. And being an old lady. I'm pleased to announce The Pink Princess is a hit. I sure owe that Mr. Wright a great deal. Oh, and I'm keeping my face out of the public eye till the show's over. I wouldn't want to ruin any kid's dreams, you know? I still use DVDs. Actually, I still buy DVDs. Oh, I got a letter from Maya the other day. It sounds like she caught a cold standing under a waterfall. I wanted to visit, but didn't have time, so I sent her some Pink Princess trading cards. She says she can't buy them where she is. What kind of place is she living at anyway? We'll find out in the next game. You don't have any stores that sell DVDs? Right? Who's that? You wanna talk? Let's talk Pink Princess, alright? But, you know, I snuck into the studio the other day. And I saw her, the one inside the Pink Princess suit. Ugh, what a dog. It was kind of a shock for a boy of my tender age. Interesting. I remember, right? That lawyer guy. Me? I'm in training to become a paranormal photographer. You know, that picture I took of everyone? Well, just behind them, there's a ghost. For real, now that's talent. I'm gonna be famous. Is Mia in the picture? I wanna see the picture! Mia! Oh my goodness. Oh, I love how Gumshoe just has a bowl of confetti. Just ready. A brand new episode has been added. So yeah, so originally this game only had the 4 cases, you know, leading up through that story. Yes, I would like to save my progress. Oh, we don't. No. No, 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 no. We don't want to do that. We don't want that. Bye-bye game. So one of the, I don't remember if it was, I think it was no. There's a version, the original version of the game only has those 4 cases. And they, like, you know, slowly, continuously lead up to that story with Edgeworth. And then this game release has this bonus episode that we will do another time. Because I have so many things I have to do now that I'm back. But we finished case 4 and we saved EdgeyBoi. And even though I know it's just you and me, Chris, I still want to raid. Andy has been going through the Hitman games, so we're gonna raid Andy, and then I can lurk and watch Hitman 3. I think that's what he's playing today. So we're gonna raid Andy. And I don't know what we're gonna do tomorrow, but I will be back for a little bit tomorrow. I don't know what time yet. My whole day is, like, so miscombobulated tomorrow. But I will be back tomorrow. We will do something. And yeah. Now we're going to go watch some Hitman. Okay, bye.